In this video, I'm going to show you how to flush your tankless water heater. It should look a little something like this. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a bucket and a couple gallons of either vinegar, 30% vinegar, or hot water heater cleaning solution, a couple of hoses, and the best thing to use is a submersible pump. I happen to have that pump there. You'll see later in the video that that pump actually broke and I needed to get a different one, which actually required me to have 3 hoses, and you'll see here as it comes up. So after you have all of the materials and tools that you're going to need, the first thing you want to do is unplug the water heater so there's no power run to it. And then you're going to go over to the hot water side, which is what I'm doing there, and you're cutting off the hot water to the house valve. And that's the valve that goes directly down from the water heater. It'll be a red knob and it goes into the house, as you can see there. And then after that, I'll come back and I'll do the cold water supply. Now that's going to be your main water that comes right into your water heater before it heats up. So you're going to shut that valve so no more water can get into the water heater while you're doing this job. So from here, you will see me hook up the hose. One hose is going to go, the first one's going to go to the hot water side. Now you have the hot water clean out there. Usually has a cap on it. And actually in this video, right after I did this, it's not going to show you on camera, but that plastic cap broke. I actually ended up replacing the whole valve right there, and I'll show you towards the end here in this video. So the other hose is going to the cold water side. So it's going to be the cold water clean out, and I will show you another image here shortly of that side so there's no confusion. So you have one hose going in the hot water and one hose going in the cold water. So when your pump breaks down in the middle of everything else, this is what you resort to. You got a $15, $10, whatever, real pump. And what it's doing, pumping the vinegar from here through the tube into the cold inlet. Now you see that I got, this is the water supply to go into the water heater, so that's shut off. And I open up, as you can see, the clean out there. So that is basically allowing the vinegar cleaning solution to go up and into the water heater. It goes through all the coils, comes back down. This is your hot water supply that goes into the house. And I have it shut off right there and open right here. So now it goes over and just dumps right back in to there. You're supposed to let this run for about 45 minutes or so. Let's see how long this thing goes. Okay, so this is what I do when I'm done. I disconnect the suction hose from the cold water supply in the back. First you shut the valve, shut that valve. Once it's shut now, you disconnect the hose. I've already done that. And that gets rid of the hose that pumps in the vinegar solution. I have it sitting on the ground over there now. Next, what I do is, with this valve still open, this one's still shut. This is your hot water supply that goes to the house. You want to keep that one shut still. But the one that you were using to flush it out, leave that hooked up like that with your flush one closed and your water main in. I slowly turn it on, kind of sticking. And what that's going to do is flush out any of that vinegar water that's in there. I've already done it a little bit. You can see some of the chunks that come out of there, which is good. That means we got a bunch of those chunks out of there. So I'll typically run this for a little while, just basically flushing all the vinegar out of your hot water line, or out of your hot water heater, and all the supply lines. When I'm done, I'll shut this off. I'll go ahead and do it here. Shutting this off now. Okay, now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go ahead and close this. That's the supply to dump it back in the bucket there. And I'm going to need a pair of pliers for that. Okay, got that loose. So I can take this off. Here's the new valve I put on. I'm going to go ahead, now that I know that all that water is flushed, So my valve to that is shut off, as you can see right there, it's shut off. I'm then going to turn on the water that supplies hot water to the house, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn the water back on here. So that's going to start to fill up the water heater. And then I'm going to plug it back in. So once your water heater is plugged in and everything's secure, obviously you want to check for any leaks. You go back inside, and give it a few minutes and turn on the hot water. You're going to want to let any of that water that's still in there flush out there. You should start to feel some hot water come through. And hopefully you don't smell any vinegar. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty easy setup. Basically, step by step right here for you. So I appreciate you guys watching, and please follow for more.